think I'm live. I better just check. Believe I am. Yes, I can see my hand. Okay, right, I'll come back to the front again. Hi everyone, it's Lionel here again on a sunny Sunday afternoon, the 18th of May. Just coming up to, just gone 10 to 5, or 10 to 6 rather. Here in the UK, been a busy week again, a few problems here and there. I'm still learning an awful lot about this keyboard, and I've managed to, I wanted to get a similar sound to what I used to have on my Tyrus one, which was a Swing Fox, and it's not on here. I haven't been able to find a Swing Fox on here. So I wanted to transfer it from my Tyrus to my new PSR SX920 Yamaha. And it's taken me ages to figure out how to do it. I'm very grateful to Alan's Music Centre in Great Yarmouth. They gave me a lot of help and they've sent me some stuff during the week. Initially it didn't help and I was going to send them an email with my style that I have on the Tyrus, and they were going to do a conversion for me. That should work. Well, they don't need to now because I finally got it sorted, and I managed to transfer it from floppy disk onto a USB stick, plugged it in, did a transfer, and I've discovered how to do it now. So that's something I've managed to do during the week. Not all the sounds that I had on my Tyrus have been converted onto here, just one little tiny bit. So I've got my left-hand piano sound back with my chords. So if I played some chords, you can still hear my piano backing as well. And the only thing I've got to do is decide which piano sound I want, because on this new keyboard there's absolutely dozens of them, and I've been working my way through each one, and I think I've got the one that I like, but who knows, I might change that during the week. Anyway, thank you all for the messages I've been getting, all very positive, and well, I'm discovering an awful lot, and there's a lot I do like on this new keyboard that I didn't have on the Tyrus. The big band sounds are great. I'm not too happy about these sounds, which I don't like. They drive me nuts. It's all right for a moment, but then when they start appearing relentlessly over and over again, and you haven't got a chance to turn them back off, it gets a bit too much. Anyway, enough of all that for a moment. What we're going to do, I don't know yet. I'd use the ending that I've got on there. I've got various endings, and of course there's loads of intros. I in the past I haven't used a lot of intros on the Taurus. I might do on this keyboard because some of them are quite good, but I've got a lot of finding out to be done on here. Well, that was called Whispering. Do you know, I lost this book and this one, my yellow little book called Busking Round It, which has got 2,500 standard songs in it, but not the actual songs, but the key that they should be played in, and whether they're foxtrots or waltzes or whatever. And also I've been hunting for my book 1 of the complete organ player, and I only found it about 10 minutes before I started this video. So I will be able to use that in a moment, hopefully. Now, the tunes out of a cabinet this week. I've discovered that I've got 3 here that I haven't played in years. One of them is called Georgie Girl. And believe it or not, I didn't know it. It came from a film made by Columbia called Georgie Girl. I never knew that. Georgie Girl was made famous by the Seekers on Columbia Records and had Judith Durham as the male singer. There's a copy of this music with her picture along with her colleagues, if you like to call it that. I call them that, on here. So I just wonder whether I've got my lights on, but I have. Yeah, that's a key picture. I've got a turnover page. Whether I'm going to do that or not, I'm going to have to find out. Written in 1966. So it's getting on, it's getting old, and it's in the key of E flat. Bright tempo, but not fast. Okay, now don't forget I haven't got a screen now that I can rest my music on, so I've got to rely now on my music stand, which is a bit newer than the other keyboard. So we'll see how we do this. I think I'll have to see if I can tap the rhythm. Well, that was Georgia Girl. I managed to turn over the first time around this page, but I was about to, and I realised I wasn't going to do it in time, so I remembered the tune when we got to that bit. Okay, so that's that one. Now there's another tune here. This is called The Gypsy, and another turnover, and it's written by Billy Reid, words and music by Billy Reid, who was very famous back in the 1940s for writing a host of tunes for various people to sing. Dorothy Squires being the one that comes to mind mostly. This is called The Gypsy and has only got a cover like that on it. It's very plain and simple, just a name. Written in 1945. Yep, 1945. It's got a verse when I'm going to play that verse. Verses are usually always done slowly, like this, for example. Oh, what key? Sorry, I'm in the wrong key. Right. The key is C. Okay. Still a few things I have to get used to doing my usual kind of style, changing the sounds and the buttons, which I still haven't quite mastered yet. I'm working on it. I can't get used to the fact I ought to change my turning over the pages hand, this one, and I've still got a tendency to want to use my right hand. I am right-handed normally, but I ought to really get used to using my left hand for turning over. Anyway, right. Oh, another one where I've got to turn the page over. They're trying to test me out today. This one is called The Girl from Ipanema. Moderate Bossa Nova. Now I've got to find a Bossa Nova on here. Again, it's a plain and simple front page. The Girl from Ipanema. Garota de Ipanema, I think, is the Spanish for it. Anyway, English words by Norman Gimbel. Music by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And the original words by Vinicius de Moraes. I think I've got that correct, and I apologise if I haven't. Okay, Roman numerals, 19, 10, 11, 12, 1950, hold on, 1963. Yep, this was written in 1963, Roman numerals. Okay, there's an easy way to find a rhythm on here because you've got a little search. So if I touch the button here and put in there just something like bossa, B-O-S-S-A, okay, and I've done it on voice, so that was a silly move. Right, okay, voice search. I need my style search up. Sorry, I got that wrong, you see. Still learning. Right, style search. Put in there the word bossa, B-O-S-S-A. That's all I need. Don't need the Nova bit. Just press the OK. It's looking, and there's a whole list of. Page one is 5, 6, 7. There's 8 different bossa novas on here. Hold on, just gotta. Okay. Because I lost my place and the music was a little bit too small for me to recover with my eyesight as it is. So, and also the sound put me off. Let's just try something a little different and maybe slow it down because I went straight into it, didn't I? Maybe I should have tried it out first. Let's just try this instead. See if this will work. doing too well on this. I really need to get some more practices on this. Yeah, that's better. The middle bit caught me out. I think I'll give that one a miss because I'm going to keep on making mistakes until I get used to playing that one. But it was worth having a go, and apologies for that. See, I still always have to learn to play things like everyone else, and I just grabbing it out the filing cabinet a little while ago and looking at it for the first time in ages didn't go too well for me. Right, going back to the old complete organ player book 1 that I was telling you about and trying to get you interested in having a go at. You can use it, even though it says organ, you can use it on keyboards. No reason why not. All you do is you just ignore the bass line and you just look at the chord symbols, and we're gradually learning to play various chords. At the moment we're on 3, and the next tune that we've got to have a go at is, we're still only using 5 fingers, I think. We got to note A actually last time, using note A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes now in the key of C. This is written in waltz tempo. So if I again go back to style search and clear it and just put in there waltz, and okay, we come up with absolute pages of it, about 30, just under 30 waltzes of all different kinds. So this one's going to be let me tell you first of all that normally you wouldn't play He's a Jolly Good Fellow in waltz tempo. It would be da 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 da. But as we're in a tuition book and you haven't got to that kind of stage, it's cheating and put it into 3/4. So it's going. Oh, hold on. Got to select the. Let's select English waltz and just give it a try. Oh, by the way, the waltzes on this keyboard are better than I've ever had on the Tyrus. Well, my Tyrus 1. I've never liked my waltzes on the Tyrus 1. That's why I always used to say I'm not keen on playing waltzes on there. But this keyboard's got some beautiful waltzes with beautiful styles. This one is called English Waltz and sounds quite nice. Now that's one of the endings. Now that's pretty slow, so we could speed that up and make it a little bit brighter because it sounds like it's a miserable good fellow. Let's just check the tempo. That was still quite slow, but if you're beginning to learn, it's just about the right pace maybe for getting to grips with it. But when you're playing it in normal style, which is 6/8, and again what I will do is I'll type in, I'll clear that and just put in 6/8. I think that, will that find it or not? I can't remember. Hold on, just delete that and put a dash in and an 8, see whether that finds it or not. Not sure. Hold on, I've only done this a couple of times, so I'm feeding into it a space and an 8 and see whether it finds 6/8. It didn't. Okay, all right. So we'll try it differently again. Style search, and we'll go, just clear that and go style search and put in, didn't find my, oh there's, yeah, I typed that in wrong actually, 6-8. Will that find it? That's better. I put a underscore in instead of a hyphen. So we've got 2 pages of 6/8. I wonder what this one's like. I did that without any knowledge whatsoever of what was going to come out, having pressed something that says 6/8 March. So I left it at the speed it was already at and took a chance on it. Obviously, you could find other ones. Like there's a 6/8 Schlager, which would not be suitable. You've got an 80s classic 6/8, which is like a modern pop rhythm. Which is fair enough if you like that kind of thing. It's not for me. Those kind of sounds don't really grab me, but other people, maybe it would. So we'll leave it at that. That was for Here's a Jolly Good Fellow, your little exercise to have a go at this week, and hope you enjoy that. I've had a lot of fun messing around with this all week, and I've even been playing it at midnight. Luckily, I live in a detached residence, and I can get away with it. While I'm thinking of it, I would like to remind people that there's a great big band that plays in the Brighton area, especially on Friday nights at the end of the month, the last Friday of the month in Brighton, in I think it's the Patcham area, near the Ladies' Mile, and they're there on the Friday evening. It doesn't cost much to go in. It's quite reasonable, but you'll find them on Facebook if you go do a search. You'll find some recordings of them on YouTube too. It's the Les Paul Big Band, and I can recommend them. They've got a pretty good vocalist every time they're there. It varies, the vocalist varies, and it's well worth having a go along and have a listen. Take your own refreshments. So if you've got little snacks or little drinks you can take along for the evening, please do so. Or get more information, as I say, either on Facebook or on YouTube, or go to them direct. I think there's a website or a email, get more information direct. So Les Paul Big Band in Brighton, last Friday of the month. What we're going to do now, one of my last bits to fade out with maybe, and before I see you next week. I'm getting to grips with all this slowly, but we are getting there. There's masses to learn. For example, there's 90 different Latins on here, which I've never even heard of. Bachata, I don't even know what a bachata sounds like. Let's have a listen. Bachata. Oh, that sounds nice. That's the bachata, a live merengue. What am I going to let myself in for? Yes. Well, I just pressed the button and just thought I'd see what comes out. And a live merengue at 144 beats wasn't quite what I expected. And I made something up as I went along to try and fit in with it. So it's a load of old rubbish. But that gives you an idea what some of this keyboard can do for you. It's absolutely chocker. And that was a tarantella at 136. And because I'm not getting my mind on specific songs at the moment, I'm just trying things out, I think I better leave it at that for this week. Nice of you to join me, and with a little bit more time spent on here, we'll get back into our normal sort of routine of playing you some nice tunes. And taking your requests. I think we'll be okay by next week. We'll get some more of my favourite sounds organised into the registration memories. At the moment, what I've got there is things like this. attending. Anyway, enough of all that. It's time for me to go, I think. I've been on here long enough. Hope to see you again next Sunday with some more tunes. Getting a bit more used to this new keyboard. It will take some time. After all, I had the Tyros for about 24 years. And it will get repaired in due course. But I won't use it again, probably an awful lot. Just occasionally, maybe I'll leave it, maybe knocking around just in case somebody wants to have it. Okay, I think that's it, and I'll pop myself around the back and turn myself up and wish you all a lovely week coming up. And it's been a lovely day here. We've had lots of sunshine this past week. Luckily, we've had a little bit of rain, but no doubt they'll be telling us that we've got a hosepipe ban any day now. But we'll see. Okay, everyone, my customary little finger wave, and I'll catch you next week, hopefully. Oh, and don't forget the likes and the shares and the subscribes are even more important, especially on YouTube. See you on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you. Bye.